Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel in the first place. Today we have a Kuroo X listener. It's Broken by Toru Love on AO3. The link will be in the description. Go give them likes, kudos, and all of those things, and let's go ahead and get into it. It had been months. Months since you last saw him, but there he stood, 30 feet away. Everything froze at once, yet the world kept moving. Like the two of you were the only people standing on pause, while the rest of the world was in fast forward. His name left your lips, but it sounded foreign, like it wasn't yours. Your eyes hadn't left his, as if you were attempting to read his mind and know his intentions. You didn't move as he moved towards you. It's been a while, huh? A forced chuckle. How have you been? You didn't know what to say, where to start, so you stated simply, fine. High school was great for you. It was full of fun and laughter and parties full of idiots. Now looking back, the worst part, and the part that makes you hate all of high school, was that each and every memory was damaged by Tetsurou Kuroo. He was a big, if not the biggest, part of your life back then. You were friends at first. The two of you were inseparable. Even as a couple, nothing changed much. Your friends would call you gross for how in love you guys were. You would always ignore them and kept your hand entangled in his, your lifeline, yours forever. Forevers never last long, you guessed. It was one video, one Snapchat story that ruined it all. One video that made your stomach drop and all the feeling leave your body. One video that made your life flash before your eyes. You were at home one night, lying in bed with some random show on as background noise as you clicked through your phone. It was Bokuto's Snapchat story that you had to pause on. The picture was simple at first. It was a Friday night, so it wasn't unusual for Bokuto to throw a party, to post pics of it, without any alcohol or drugs in the background for sport rule purposes. He was taking a video of him with two girls at his sides, smiling and dancing to loud music. However, your eyes were fixated on the background. There, on the off-blue couch, sat your very boyfriend with a girl on his lap, hands on her hips and mouth so close they might as well be kissing. Even better, your best friend sitting on the couch next to them, laughing about something. You were shaking. You ignored him for 3 days. 3 days of silence for 2 years of love. Quite the solution, in your opinion. You hadn't messaged him back when he texted you, "Good morning, babe." The next morning, you didn't answer his FaceTime when he tried to FaceTime you. You told your mom to ignore him when he tried to text her and ask if you were okay, because you weren't okay. As for your best friend, Sana, you had blocked after sending a very long paragraph. For context, it was something along the lines of, "You're fake as fuck for sitting there while my boyfriend had another girl on his lap. You're the lowest of lows for not telling me about it." Sweetheart, you should go talk to them. Your mother told you. She knew everything. You even showed her the video. You just shook your head. 3 days of staying at home, and then 4 days of doing your best to pretend that you were okay at school. "You must go to school. It's very important. Get dressed, and I'll take you on my way to work," your mother had said. You wouldn't look him in the eyes. Kenma was the one to comfort you and be at your side. Your favorite memory of high school was going to the volleyball games. It wasn't just because your boyfriend was the star player, though that was a bonus. It was because of the aura. Going to the school games were always so hyped, complete with yelling and cheering and meeting up with friends you wouldn't normally go out of your way to hang out with. Kuroo would always blow you a kiss before serving. It sucks that your favorite part of high school got tainted by the memory of heartbreak. Tetsurou Kuroo was in the living room. His parents were still at work, standing there with tears in his eyes, as if he was the one hurting. You sat on his couch, blanket wrapped around you like it would engulf you in some other universe where this wasn't happening, where your heart wasn't in too. At first, he was confused. You showed him the video, asking a silent, "What is this?" as you did. He thought it was just a video of Bokuto's story until he looked at himself in the background. He asked you to come in. "Did you cheat on me?" You asked him, the first sentence you had said to him in a week. You thought that he would deny it, that he would tell you that it wasn't what it looked like, or ask you to let him explain. That was always what happened in these kinds of events. At least that's what you figured from movies and stories. Instead, he simply said yes as tears spilled down his cheeks. You stayed silent as he came closer to you. He tried to reach for you, but you moved further back onto the couch. "Babe, please." Kuroo looked defeated. "You won't even look at me." "Don't." You focused on your hands under the blanket. "Don't call me that. Not now." He froze on the spot. You still wouldn't look at him. You knew that if you did, if you watched tears fall down his face, that you would take it all back, that you would forgive him and ignore that this whole thing happened. You stood, his eyes widened, thinking you were coming to him. You went to the front door instead. "Babe, please don't go," he rushed to you. "Don't call me that, just don't." You hugged the blanket tighter. He was closer to you, then, standing directly in front of you by the open door. The only thing blocking you from leaving was him. "I'm so sorry, I am." He was desperate. "I would never do it again. You have to believe me. It was this one time and I was drunk and—" "I believe you," you said. He was staring intently at you. "But you don't get it. You cheated on me, Kuroo." The first time you had ever called him anything other than a nickname or a pet name. He cringed. Almost 2 years. 2 years of our lives. 2 years that you threw away. And you weren't going to tell me, were you? It was his turn to be silent. "That's what I thought." "Wait." He reached for you again. This time you let him grab you. His fingers tangled in your sleeve as the blanket fell. You were shaking. "Wait, don't go. Please, we can talk. We can figure this out. I love you. I love you so much. We can—" That's when you looked at him. Both of you were a sight to see. Cheeks stained with tears, eyes red, a mess. What made it even worse was you thought he looked beautiful like that. He was still talking, but you stopped listening. You wanted to hug him. You didn't. In the 2 years of dating, you had never told each other "I love you." You guys insinuated it, little "I adore yous" and "you're a dork." But never those 3 specific words. You cried harder. You were going to say it back. Oh, how you wanted to say it back. But you didn't. You couldn't. How could you possibly say it back? Even if it was true, even if it was gnawing at your insides, even if you were in the worst possible pain you could be in, how could you possibly say it back? So, you took his hand off your arm and walked away as a response. 5 years since you had your heart broken by the man. He looked the same, really. Tall, lean, smile plastered across his face. Sometimes you forgot how handsome he was when the last memory you had of him was so blurred in your mind with sadness. "How have you been?" you ask, mainly to be polite. He seems to be taken aback by you asking him, but he replied with a smile. "I've been good. Kenma told me that you recently got a big job opportunity in the States. Good job." You raised your eyebrow at that. "Kenma told you that, did he?" "Whoa, hey, you don't gotta go tell him I said anything." He scratched the back of his neck, and you held back a smile. He always used to do that when he was uncomfortable. I know you guys are still friends, and I just asked how you were doing a little bit ago. Sorry if that's weird." "It's not weird," you told him. "So you've asked about me?" "No." "Oh. Don't act so disappointed, Kuroo," he chuckled. not to make this awkward, and please don't take this the wrong way, but I just tried to remove myself from that part of my life, you know? Right. He wrung his hands together. I'm still sorry, just so you know. That was probably the worst thing I've ever done. Break the heart of the person I love. I mean, loved. You corrected. Huh? You said the person I love. You mean the person you loved. Past tense. No, I said it right. Alright, so that's the end of this one. I hope you enjoyed. I know the ending was a little more open-ended, but I still liked it. Music link, fanfic link, Discord link, and thumbnail art link will all be in the description. Go check them out. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, whatever, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye!